Did I fully fucking miss my ADHD evaluation today? Sure did.
If this stutter
Sure
doesn't say
did.
it all.
Yep.
Oh no.
I was supposed to be there at noon. I looked at the clock on my computer and it was 1:20.
That sucks. That sucks.
It's fine. They were able to pencil me in on the 4th of September, which I'm like I deserve that, but
can we make a funny right now? Do you know how many people in that department miss their appointments?
So many, I'm sure. I'm sure.
It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Aww, sweet babies.
And I had to do like a self evaluation, which I hate doing because it's like, do you feel like you're forgetful? Do you feel hopeless? Do you think people like you? But it was like 200 questions.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't feel like I'm forgetful, but am I actually? Yes.
Yes. They're like,
how do you explain that with a yes or no question? Like, or a yes or no answer? Like, rude.
It's like, this is just your opinion of yourself. I'm like, I don't know.
That's what doctors are for. You're supposed to tell me.
Right? Like, do you often have a difficult time making decisions? I was like, first of all, rude. So this is just an hour of me asking myself questions and hurting my own feelings. So it's pretty fucking terrible. I'm gonna just start the intro because that is exactly me being understaffed.
Go for it.
Spirit fingers.
100%.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Erika.
And this is Sarah. We are the Living Understaffed podcast, the chaos you can't clock out of. Erika is living on the struggle bus this week. How's your week been, boo-boo?
Well, considering it's only Tuesday.
Today's Monday.
God damn it. Jesus Christ.
And scene. And we're done. That's it.
Well, if that doesn't explain my entire week, I don't know what does. I had a doctor's appointment that I was an hour and a half late for, so that was cool. I finally cleaned my room, and by clean my room, I just put my doom piles into places I can't see them, and the laundry pile that was in the middle of my bedroom is now in a laundry basket. So
wow.
No, I know.
Love that for you.
I washed my sheets. Like, I have 2 sets of sheets. 3 sets of sheets. So there are always clean sheets on my bed, but I wait until the 2 other sets are dirty before I wash them. And then they just sit in the laundry basket for a few days until I get up the emotional wherewithal to change my sheets. And then the dirty sheets just kind of live on the floor and get kicked around for a while till I use the other set of sheets. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But I actually folded my sheets.
Ew.
And I know. The only thing I'm neurotic about is my sheets. So I was a housekeeper for when I was in my early 20s. I did that a lot. So not only am I very good at folding fitted sheets, but I can do the whole you fold the fitted sheet and then you fold the pillowcases and then you sort of fold the flat sheet around it. So it's like a little contained situation.
Okay. Fitted sheets I have every good intention when I go to fold fitted sheets, like hitting the corners and folding it in and trying to make it look all nice. And then halfway through, I realized that I have I am in over my head. And so then I just sort of like organize, fold it, and squish it down. And then I sort of do the same. I used to be a housekeeper too. I sort of do the same thing where I fold the top sheet really nicely, and then I put everything inside the pillowcase. And that's where that lives. All of the sheets are together.
Yes.
So, but fitted sheets, no thanks. Like no. I'm pretty habitual about changing my sheets every Sunday. I'm pretty habitual about that.
I am not good at that. I change my sheets probably every 2 weeks because I always forget 1 week. But I mean,
hey, it's only Tuesday, buddy.
Like, admitting that I only change my sheets every 2 weeks, and 5 years ago me would be embarrassed by that, but I'm not. You know why? Because there are so many men who don't change their sheets even that often. So,
or have sheets.
Can
we talk about that? Can we talk? I will not say the nickname because I am pretty fond of him, but dated someone who only put the fitted sheet on and then slept under a fleece blanket. And I straight up didn't like that at all. So when we would sleep at my house, immediately would make sure that the top sheet was like available because I sleep with a mink blanket. So there was one time, I don't remember how we got on the
First of all, can we talk about the fact that of course you have a mink blanket? It's okay. I have down pillows.
My brother brought it home from Korea. It's probably fake. It's definitely not mink. It can't be. I'm not one of those people, but like I've had it forever. It's my favorite blanket. Anyway, I think I changed the sheets one weekend that he was here, and he was helping me with the fitted sheet, and I immediately grabbed the top sheet and started putting the top sheet down before he could grab the blanket. And he was like, "So you use a top sheet?" And I'm like, "Yes, as a real human should." I still pick on him to this day, and he gets embarrassed. I'm like, honey, no. But I will say, he had a headboard, and he was not married. Out of all the men I've dated in the last 3 years, shocking.
Truly. Also, I don't have a headboard, so maybe I shouldn't talk so much shit, but
I have a platform bed. Like I don't need a headboard, I guess. So
yeah, same.
Whatever. My week has been, oh God, what happened? I am the definition of lighting the candle at both ends. There's not a lot I can say on that. Come the end of the week, I was like done mentally, and then I was having some stomach issues on Friday, so I came home and I pretty much did nothing all weekend, which was needed. And then very similar to Erika, I finally got like sick of my room, and I'm a tote collector. It's kind of terrible. And so I unpacked like 3 totes in my room, and I realized that one of them is from the trip that I took with my students to Branson and Springfield, and it had like Christmas Carol papers that we handed out. It had a couple clipboards. It had some party games like cards and like a coin flip toss type of thing. I'm like, why am I like this? Like I should have brought this tote back to the office in January. Like what? It's the life that I live. So I did all of that today. I unpacked the totes today. So I really didn't do anything over the weekend, but yeah, my last week, I couldn't even tell you what all I did last week. I think I worked from like 6 a.m. to 9 or 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And then Friday, I left work early and I slept all afternoon. So
I love that for you. I also took a disappointment coma today. I took a nap. And then I drove all the way to Aldi just to get cream cheese. And then I was going to get a milkshake. I texted Sarah and I was like, I know we're supposed to be recording right now, but I'm not at home and I might get a milkshake.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, bitch, you have food at home. So I ate food at home.
Good for you. For the record, we've talked about this a couple of times, but we are the same person and we married the same man. But my favorite jam is apricot jam. What the fuck?
So is mine.
I know. You just said it with your bagel, and I'm like, how we live in an ant farm. There are aliens with like magnifying glasses over the top of us, and somehow we magnetized our way towards each other, and maybe they're laughing, maybe that was intentional. But for those of you listening, Erika and I get along really fucking well, and we're both type A, but we're also like to that like mental stamina point that gremlins. We're also to that mental stamina point that I just want someone else to make the decisions, and like I got it. I will follow those directives. But also type A, and also creatives, and also ADHD, and also a little bit of the tism, and also we like apricot jam. Like, what the fuck?
And we have the exact same Cracker Barrel order and the exact same Taco Bell order.
And Panera. We just realized that on Friday.
And Panera.
Panera also.
And Panera.
What the fuck? It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
McDonald's order too.
That's true. Dude, I'm so excited for November. Like this, okay. For any of you listening, I will shut up after this, but for any of you listening, we are going to be back in Kansas City the first weekend of November for the Lit and Libation show with Casey Bookbeat. And my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And my sister and I were talking. I'm supposed to be going to, I think, Nashville the weekend after. And I know you were planning on staying like an extra day or whatever, so we could just spend some time together. And I'm driving up there. So I'm thinking about going from Kansas City to Des Moines and spending time with like my mentor and her family and going to the home office of where I'll be working. And then I'll fly out of Des Moines and back, and then I'll drive home from Des Moines, which means another overnight in Kansas City to spend some time and then drive all the way back to Lubbock. So I'm like, this whole fully remote thing is working in my favor so far. Like, I am fucking excited. So, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so cool.
I love this for you. Genuinely.
I do too.
Genuinely.
I do too. Thank you. Thank you for it not being sarcasm. So, what is today's topic? Because we didn't even talk today. We text like once. I have no idea what we're doing.
Dude, both of us have been like head down doing things. And then one of us will send each other like a reel and we'll be like, oh yeah, other human beings do exist.
Shocking.
So I was scrolling on Instagram, as I do. And I reel from Logan Ury, who I had seen her sort of, but I hadn't really paid a lot of attention. Like, I'd heard of her book, How to Not Die Alone, and I knew that she's like the director of behavioral science at Hinge. I know she's a department head at Hinge. But she was talking specifically about the post-date 8. So it's 8 questions that you ask yourself after a date to gauge whether or not this person is worth pursuing instead of just going with your gut feeling, which I thought was really cool for several reasons. But also it kind of works the same way like gratitude journals work. Like Sarah has talked about it 100 times. But it's like, if you know you have to do that thing at the end of the day, you're going to look for it. And it's the same sort of logic. If you have these 8 questions in your head, you're going to look for them. You're going to pay attention to those things when you're on the date. Damn it. I did that whole thing and I was going to send it to you for like a reel.
After you had messaged me about it, I did some digging myself. And there are some pretty legit takeaways from the book. So one thing are the dating tendencies. There are 3 types of daters. One is the romanticizer, believes in the one and has unrealistic expectations. The maximizer, who wants to explore all options and find the best partner, leading to decision paralysis. That's me. And then the hesitator, always waiting until they're ready to date but never actually take action. Hurt my feelings right off the bat. As soon as I Googled it, I was like, yeah, great. Love this for me.
Yeah. Will fully do like a deeper dive like we did with How to Keep House While Driving by Casey Davis. But I decided we were going to do this.
How to keep... Hold on.
Isn't it How to Keep House While Driving?
While drowning.
Drowning. Oh my God.
That's a totally different book.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
First of all, I know this is going to be kept in. Secondly, this is going to be an inside joke for us forever. In like 10 years, I'm going to text Sarah and I'm going to be like, what's that book? How to Keep a House While Driving. Not that I need it because I'm healed.
I'm so healed. Y'all need therapy, not me. Honestly.
Actually, I can be your therapist. Thank you.
I did find a reel today. I sent it to you. There is actual psychology behind girlfriends bitching to each other. Like your cortisol levels go down. We sort of have the opposite effect on this podcast though, because when we talk about shit like men and dating, my blood pressure just goes through the roof because I just get so angry, or like misogyny or feminism or whatever. And whatever topic it is, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sweating by the end of the episode.
Yes.
So but when we're in person or when we're just on the phone, apparently psychological benefits are had when you're bitching to your girlfriend. So that's cute. I should have low stress then, for fuck's sake.
Dude, I am a yapper. I talk all the time, but that does not help my anxiety. We're also talking about this when Sarah and I are both not really dating.
Because men suck.
Yeah.
I can't even listen to me right now. Facebook has its, the Facebook gods are always listening. I have been getting a lot of BBW Facebook groups recommended to me. Never once have I ever searched for that, and I have not spoken out loud or text BBW anything. And ever? I don't even, where the fuck did this come from? But girl, some of the men that are showcasing themselves on that fucking page, there's been a few, and I will preview it, because it shows you like suggested groups to join. And excuse me? There is, and this is why I text Erika about this earlier, that I will marry a Scotsman. That is my next ex-husband. I am very excited about this. There was a Scot, I think is what you would call him. A black 6'4", 270-some pound Scotsman, talking about how he was looking for his next wife. And I was like,
I will fly to Scotland tonight.
Right now. Wow. And he has an accent. He posted a video, and I was just like, that's not fair. It's not fair. Especially, like, you and I have talked about this. Like, I'm moving. I also think men are trash. And so, like, I'm not in the mood to be dating fucking anyone. And so
Yeah.
the fact that this just pops up in my Facebook as like suggested groups to join, I'm like, I don't understand, but also disrespectful. I did not need that seed to be planted in my head. No. But should I move to Scotland? Yes.
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 Also, I need somewhere to stay when I go to Scotland.
Correct. Correct.
Because my friends are as weird as I am, I have somehow curated my Instagram feed to be exclusively feminism, cute dogs, and sea creatures, and I have never been happier.
I love that. I love that so much.
Truly.
So much.
Yeah, I don't this whole I don't need a man. I'm good. Especially like, and before anyone, I know some douchebag is going to have an opinion, and that's fine. But dating is
as
a
they
hellscape.
do.
Yes, dating is a hellscape. Because it is riddled with men that are straight up will lie to you, or they just want you to be their unpaid therapist and validate them for being mediocre. Or
DB Cooper.
I know. It was exactly DB Cooper. That's what I was talking about. And then just like, they're like, oh, I'm just looking for friends with benefits. I'm like, but you are not being my friend or offering any benefits.
Correct.
All men have penises.
Correct.
Not all of, you know what I mean? All men have the ability to please me in similar ways. Do better.
You can't say all men. Nope. I refuse.
That's fair.
Some men have the ability. I refuse to say all men. No.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of some men, JD has been texting me every single day.
He knows he fumbled. He knows he fumbled. He's such a tool.
I don't even respond. He's like carrying on a conversation with himself. He does. I do respond if he sends me a picture of jelly. But that's
you told me that the other day, and in my head I was like, that's the most perfect psychological warfare I've ever heard in my life. I will not speak to you unless you text me a picture or video of your dog. Sorry, not sorry. Like, yes. If I've ever heard of a wonderful dating tool, that's it. That right there.
Yes. If I'm gonna get lured to my death, it's with a picture of a cute dog. I'm not like, I definitely, if I'm dating someone, I'm not just gonna like go over to your house. Like, that's not a first date. Like, there has to be like some effort involved. Now, however, if somebody's like, I will make you a home cooked meal while you snuggle with my dog, absolutely. I won't even ask questions. I will show up to your house.
This is how I write the book When Erika Got Murdered. That's how I write that book.
Absolutely.
It's going to be 4 pages 100%. Long.
And that is the story of why Sarah has my location.
It's true.
Listen, I'm better than my mother. At least I don't get into a van with a man with a bed in the back.
Okay, let's back the fuck up for a second. So my mom and stepdad, now stepdad, they still have my grandparents' shaggin' wagon. And it's one of those 1970s boss-ass F-350 vans, and it has a mechanical queen-size bed in the back. I want to buy that thing so bad. I do. I want it. I want it so hard. Can you imagine me driving cross country to come fucking see you, and I'm pulled over at a gas stop, and I am one of those motherfuckers that will crawl into the back of my big ass luxury van and sleep in my queen size bed? Yes.
First of all, absolutely you should. Also, please paint it lime green.
Oh, amen. It's all I want. It's all I
With like
want.
the 70s flowers, like the Mystery Mobile.
No. It will not have the flowers on it, but will it be lime green? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it will also have a giant decal of the podcast on the side. Like, who am I? That's so fucking funny. How not to die alone. Because I will be. If I take ownership of that fucking van, I'll be dying alone. One of the things.
First of all, we can both fit in a queen size bed. I don't see a problem.
Correct.
You, me,
Correct.
Daisy.
Oh, don't tempt me. So there are a few reasons why this book resonates. I started listening to the audiobook and it comes with a couple of PDFs, which I thought were super interesting. But one thing that I really liked is that it has a unique approach. So it combines psychology research with real world dating advice and it makes it less fluffy and more actionable. So like one of the things that it talks about as far as like practical advice is to go on a second date, even if the first one didn't have fireworks. It also talks about scheduling relationship check-ins to maintain communication, which I appreciate too, because if you and I have had this conversation a lot in dating in the last few years. I would really love if someone texted me in the morning and just said, hello, good morning, how are you, sunshine, whatever. Because that, for me, I don't necessarily need the person to be thinking about me as soon as they wake up, but like I would like to be a thought on their mind at some point, you know, like go to the gym, get to work, whatever, and then shoot me a text. Fine. But I would love that. But if I don't communicate that with that person, how are they supposed to know? Unless that's a habit they had before. Fine. Another piece of practical advice is don't wait for perfect readiness. You learn about yourself through dating. I am so guilty of being impatient.
Yes.
Another reason why the book resonates is that the millennial Gen Z relevance tackles app fatigue, ghosting, and the paradox of choice. I would also, like I said, I haven't finished the whole book, but I would also like it to go into the psychology of dating multiple people at once, because I don't think that that's necessarily a crime, but for me, intentional dating means not dating and sleeping with whoever the fuck steps up to the plate. So there's a weird like fine line or gray area, however you want to see it, because there's a lot of people who see dating as dating. You are auditioning those people, right? Like, are you my person? Don't know yet. I'm going to date you for a little while. But then there's other people who are firm believers in that if you are dating multiple people at once, then you're not really truly focused on intentionally dating with that one person. One of the things, I know Erika and I have talked about it before too, but like we both spent 10, 11 years in our marriage. And there's times that I'll be like depressed, down in the dumps, like, I spent so much time with the wrong person and I won't get that time back. When in reality, that was time for me to grow. I learned so much about myself. I traveled the world, literally traveled. Well, Europe. I traveled Europe. And a little bit of the Middle East. So like I am super grateful for those times, you know. Lived in Alaska. I moved to Missouri. Gross. Moved to Missouri twice. Double gross. Another reason why the book resonates is that it's hopeful but grounded, which I am guilty of being overly hopeful because I hate the pessimism, even though it is practical to a certain extent. This says the hopeful but grounded pushes back against the myth of destiny, reminding readers that love is a choice and a skill you can improve, which I fully agree with. I fully agree with that. So I know we were just talking about like dating intentionally versus dating multiple people at once and kind of like what that argument is between the two. What part of what I read, because again, I haven't finished the book, but the importance of intentionality, can't say that to save my life. You treat dating like another important life goal. You have a strategy, you reflect on your patterns, and you evaluate progress, which inevitably hurts my feelings. So thanks for that, which is one of the many, many reasons that I'm not fucking dating right now. And then move away from checklist dating, height, hobbies, job, and focus on deeper traits like emotional stability, kindness, and adaptability. So I appreciate.
I think that's one thing that you and I have talked about. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I think that's one thing that you and I have talked about it several times in the context of dating, that the person that I want to spend time and energy with has to be emotionally available. And they have to be not just emotionally available, but also emotionally intelligent. And that's not something that I'm finding. Or if they are, they're not showing that side of themselves to me. There are some men that do, and that's great, but like sifting through all the men that aren't or don't display that trait is exhausting.
Mm-hmm. What frustrates me too is that there are emotionally intelligent men, and they use that superpower for bad because they use it for evil because that helps them get into women's pants, which is part narcissism, part emotional intelligence. But the number of people, like the guy I'm sort of interested in right now, which again, not going anywhere, we are not dating. He had what I'm noticing is that he wants my attention, but then he can just not speak or communicate for days at a time, and then expects me to just be like, oh, like time had never passed when he reaches out again. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. No. And I've brought it up before, and his response is that he's busy. So the fuck am I? So eat a dick.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Also, like, if it's like about expectations. Like, I'm a busy person, but it's like the men that there are plenty of men that sort of treat my time and energy as being less valuable than their time and energy. Like, I should just be available all the time. Like, my ex-husband was like this. He straight up told me, like, my job is just more important than yours.
Oh, yep. Been told that before too.
Especially I'm like, you're not on a deployment right now.
Disgusting.
Nobody else can paint those rocks for you? Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, I love that. That's funny as shit. Oh, man. Yeah, I struggle with some of it. Like, the whole my job is more important than yours. While that could be true, if we're talking about importance, right? I don't agree with that being used as leverage in a relationship. So whether or not, somebody, I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy recently. So somebody who is an actual surgeon who actually saves people's lives, or paramedics or police officers, you're goddamn right. Your job is more important than my little admin job. Totally get that. However, that doesn't negate the fact that I think that what I do matters, or that I have a passion for what I do, and that I also work my ass off for what I do. So the fact that your job may or may not be more important than mine doesn't negate the fact that I have a job at all. Like, I'm not just going to sit at home and sit on my fucking thumb and spin and wait for my prince to come home.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how the fuck I function.
Yeah. And like where I work right now, I work with law enforcement, and they're like, I'm admin. There are things that I need them to do so that I can process their whatever. None of them would ever come up to me and be like, well, my job's more important than yours. I'm not going to do that.
Correct.
Like, I think it's just one of those things that like men say, or they have, like I said, those expectations where like you, again, JD is a great example. So he for sure was just a huge tool for, and this was months ago, which is also wild. This was in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in February.
But
and
it's exactly the misogyny episode we had last week, where men who sorry, I'm interrupting you, but it's almost like if men don't feel supported, then they lash out, and like some narcissistic tendencies come out where it's like, well, my job's more important than yours. All right, bitch, like I'm not out there saving the fucking world or saving people's lives, but like what I do is fucking important. Technically, I work for Homeland Security right now. So I feel like maybe I'm saving the world more than you are. So
yeah.
that's not true, but like, come on. Anyway, please continue your thought. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. Just like, I was just talking about JD, where he's like, and I mean, I definitely am happy that, you know, nothing came out of that. And like, I definitely think it was one of those, like, he was the first person after Nolan that I had like actual like feelings for. So I'm glad that I got that out of my system. Listen,
True.
the dog got me. The man wears
fine.
toe socks. Disgusting.
I forgot about that detail. Gross.
Yeah, that was the last time I saw him. And I literally went over there for food and then I left. And he's like, where are you going? I was like, home. I told you this before I came over.
I'm not even going to bring up Patricia, but Patricia, really, really disgusting.
Yes. And then, yeah, and he's been texting me like every day. He's asked me, hey, do you want to get lunch? And I'm like, no, not really.
Sorry, not sorry.
Come over. I'm gonna make this thing that I know you like. I'm like, I'll eat a bagel, thanks. Because it's just not worth like, and I'm not saying that he's like this terrible guy, but I'm like, I do not have time for your insecurities. Like, I love your dog with my entire heart, but like,
you have better things to do with your life than that man.
Correct. So much better things to do.
So
and
wrapping up
for the last like 6 months.
Not that you're passionate about that choice at all. No. Wrapping up this episode, guys, the last thing I want to talk about is that for the book, How Not to Die Alone, the last thing on here that I wanted to bring up is the behavioral science tools that you can apply to dating. So one of the things that it talks about is choice overload. Too many dating app options make people dismiss good partners too quickly. And I think that the dating culture right now of the swipe left, swipe right shit is so fucking, like, it's just annoying, you know? Because you can't judge, like, if you are we'll say intentionally dating, you can't judge someone by a swipe right, swipe left. Like,
no.
It's
and I'm very much a slow burn person. Like, everyone that I've ever had any sort of like deep connection with, I have known for at least several months, and then incrementally it gets to a point where I'm like, wow, like I really like this person and I don't actually want anybody else now.
Right.
And
And is it always like that? No. Is it like,
for me,
is it okay to be like that?
it has
Yes.
been. So I'm like, maybe I should just like honor that part of myself and realize that people that I've had a meaningful relationship with, not people that I catch feelings for. Those are two different things.
This is another one of those moments where Erika's like, I'm healed. And that's not actually something that I do. Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Considering I was an hour and a half late to my ADHD assessment, I think I am solidly in the not healed category.
Well, another behavioral science tool is also shifting focus. Instead of saying, who is my type, ask, how do I feel around this person? Which is great. I think that's a really good like mind shift. The last one on here is commitment bias. So long-term happiness comes from effort, not effortless magic. Which how much have you and I talked about effort in dating at all in the last 3 years? Like, come on. Yeah. And I know this book has already started to hurt my feelings, and I feel like it's just going to continue. But it's very interesting, you know, like it talks about practical dating advice, but it's also structured like a guide to help people identify self-sabotaging habits and biases and reframe how they approach dating. So I think that this is something that we should absolutely do like a follow-up episode on, but that would be like when I decide to jump back in the dating pool, and right now the pool is fucking closed. Like, no.
The pool in question is a swamp.
Correct. 100 fucking %. And I am Fiona. Thank you so much.
Looking for your Shrek.
No. The swamp is my own. The swamp is my own. Get out of my swamp, Shrek. Oh my God.
I mean,
all right.
To be fair, I don't blame you at all.
I can't, especially the move to Texas and the job. Like, I'll be traveling full time. There's not time for dating. There's not time for intentional dating right now. There's not.
Yeah.
I also don't have the mental wherewithal to deal with the species of men. Because just no.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
Disgusting. What do you say? Should we wrap it up?
Yes. I need to. My warm up involves spirit fingers.
Correct.
You should just put together like all the clips of me doing spirit fingers over the course of the podcast.
I've tried to label them in YouTube every single time that it says spirit fingers. So when I upload the reels to YouTube, there's a way to link another video to it, and I always pick another spirit fingers video. So they're linked.
Oh, I will have to explore that because
it's pretty entertaining.
I do. I talk with my hands a lot, but whatever. Anyway, that's it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We love you so much. Our illustrious sponsors, the first one, the OG, Forever Storage. Christmas is coming up. I know, I hate it too, but the really cool thing about it is you can go on there and you can like put your picture on stuff. Moms love it when you make them things. You can put it on, like, we just had a journal. You can print out like really nice pictures and you can frame it. You can do all kinds of things. And you get to keep your pictures forever. So win-win. Also, Everyday Dose, coffee and matcha. I have both of them. They're really good. I drink them every morning. As a person that is like solidly 400 to 500 milligrams of caffeine a day, I have dropped that down significantly, which is really good. And I already have ADHD, so I'll just like keep going, and then I run out of dopamine, and then I just crash. And this kind of help, and it's always around the same time that my blood sugar crashes because I don't eat lunch, and also when the caffeine wears off. So it's just like, it's like a 3-year-old at nap time.
A
it's
constant
just
cycle. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that honestly, it really does help. And then Primal Queen, which again, I actually really like. Not a supplements person. I like there have actually been like noticeable changes that like genuinely make my life better. Like my periods are not heinous anymore. They're still not fun, but they're not like anywhere near as bad as they were, and it's just lovely. Remember to like and comment on all of our things on YouTube and Spotify and all Apple Podcasts, all the places that you can do that. We will be at Lit and Libations in November. We will also have a booth just like we did last time. I'm so excited. Please come out and see us. Last time was delightful.
100%.
And as always, we love you so much. Without you, we would be potting into the void. Also, we have a book club that I forgot to talk about. We totally have one. We've totally read the book, as we always do.
Also, Erika hurt my feelings on this. She picked a book for September. And as you all know, hopefully most of you that are listening know this. She picked The Wandering Inn, which is an ongoing book, it's actually really cool. I really like it. However, just the first book alone is 48-hour listen. What the fuck, Erika? Like I've been picking on her a lot because I like when we looked it up, we were together on a recording, and I was like, let's just pick the book while we're here. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
And we found it, and we were like, cool. This actually sounds really great. Sounds really awesome. And then I went and downloaded it on Audible, and it's 48 hours and 7 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll also read this book while trying to pack and move to Texas. It's fine. It's fine. So, join us at the end of the month for that club meeting, and join our Discord, because our Discord has been growing steadily, and I fucking love it.
Yes. If you like weird people and dog pictures, truly, it is your place.
It's pretty excellent. So, we'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here.